Today, we travel back more than 2,300 years to the year 305 BC to experience a full 24 hours in Pataliputra, the greatest city on Earth. At this moment, Rome is still a small republic. But here, on the banks of the mighty Ganges, stands a city with over 400,000 inhabitants. A city protected by a wooden wall stretching 22 kilometers, with 570 towers and 64 gates. A moat 600 feet wide and 45 feet deep surrounds it. And inside, a wooden palace so magnificent that a Greek ambassador refused to believe it was built by human hands. This is the capital of the Maurya Empire, ruled by Chandragupta Maurya. Get ready to feel the humid air. Smell the smoke from dung fires, the spices, and the sacred river. We begin. Dawn. 5:30 in the morning. The first light touches the wide Ganges River. A soft golden mist rises from the water. In the narrow mud brick lanes, the city slowly wakes up. Smoke curls from thousands of small fires as women light their stoves. Children sleep on simple mats. A weaver named Ashoka opens his eyes in a tiny room, stretches, and begins another day. You stand in the street. The air is already warm and humid. Buddhist monks in orange robes walk quietly, collecting alms with their bowls. Goats wander between the houses. In the distance, you can see the massive wooden city wall and the endless line of towers. Morning, 7 to 9 a.m. The streets come alive. Women balance clay pots of water on their heads, heading to the public wells. Artisans open their workshops. In the weaving quarter, men sit at traditional pit looms, their hands moving rhythmically as they create fine cotton cloth. The sound of weaving fills the air. Merchants from distant lands begin to arrive, Greeks, Persians, and traders from the south. Baskets full of black pepper, cardamom, of fresh spices is overwhelming. People bargain loudly. Elephants carrying heavy loads move slowly through the wider streets. Everyone is busy. This is one of the greatest trading hubs in the ancient world. Midday, 12 p.m. The sun burns high in the sky. The heat is intense and humid. Our weaver Ashoka sits under the shade of a neem tree near a public well. He eats his simple lunch from a banana leaf, rice, lentil dal, flatbread, and a little pickled mango. He drinks cool water from a copper vessel. Around him, other workers rest for a short while. Children play in the dust. Near the river, women wash clothes while laughing and talking. Fishermen cast their nets into the Ganges. In the distance, a funeral pyre sends smoke toward the sky, a reminder that life and death flow together like the sacred river. Afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m. Work continues. In the Grand Imperial Palace, officials discuss state matters. Chandragupta's famous spy network keeps watch over the city, invisible but always present. Female bodyguards protect the emperor with fierce loyalty. Scholars gather in learning centers, debating philosophy, mathematics, and the principles of Kautilya's Arthashastra. Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain monks walk side by side through the streets, showing the religious tolerance of the Maurya Empire. You walk down to the busy ghats on the Ganges. Boats loaded with grain, timber, and goods arrive and depart constantly. The river is the lifeblood of this enormous city. Evening, golden hour, 5 to 7 p.m. The sun begins to set, bathing the wooden city in warm golden light. People start heading home from the markets and workshops. The air cools slightly, but the humidity remains. Families gather for the evening meal. In Ashoka's modest home, his wife prepares dal and greens over the fire. They eat together by the light of prayers, and rituals begin across the city. Temple bells ring softly in the distance. The sound of Vedic chants mixes with Buddhist prayers and Jain hymns. For a brief moment, the whole city seems to breathe together in quiet devotion. Night, 8 to 11 p.m. Pataliputra never becomes completely dark. Thousands upon thousands of small clay oil lamps and flickering torches light up the narrow streets and alleys. Their warm golden glow reflects off the wooden walls and the damp earth. The massive 22-kilometer wooden fortification stands tall and silent against the starry sky. Its 570 towers like silent guardians watching over the sleeping city. In the wealthy quarters near the palace, Large oil lamps burn brighter inside spacious wooden halls. Servants move quietly, while nobles and officials discuss the day's events or listen to poets reciting ancient epics. The scent of sandalwood incense drifts through the air. In the simpler mud-brick homes of craftsmen and laborers, families gather closely. They speak in low voices about tomorrow's work, the price of grain, or the latest news from the market. Children fall asleep on thin mats, lulled by the distant sound of the river and the soft hum of the city. From the many temples scattered throughout Pataliputra comes the gentle rhythm of bells, drums, and chanting. Buddhist viharas, Hindu shrines, and Jain temples all glow with their own soft light. Monks and devotees continue their evening rituals long into the night. You walk slowly through the quiet lanes until you reach a small hill overlooking the city. From here, the view is breathtaking. The entire Pataliputra stretches out before you, a vast sea of warm, twinkling lights. The mighty Ganges River reflects these thousands of flames like a mirror to the stars above. The wooden city walls curve into the darkness, and beyond them, the endless black waters of the river flow silently toward the sea. For a few moments on your skin, listening to the faint sounds of the city slowly settling down. This is one of the largest cities humanity has ever built at this time. Far bigger than any city in Europe, bigger even than Alexandria or Antioch. Midnight and pre-dawn hours, 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Gradually, the city grows quieter. Most of its 400,000 inhabitants now sleep on simple straw or cotton mats inside their small homes. The air is still warm and heavy with moisture. Only the night watchmen and a few dedicated monks remain awake. Along the top of the great wooden walls, guards patrol slowly with torches in hand, their footsteps echoing softly. They keep watch for any sign of danger. Though under Chandragupta's rule, the city feels remarkably secure thanks to its vast network of spies and strict administration. In his modest home, the weaver Ashoka finally closes his eyes. His body is tired from another long day at the loom, his hands still stained with dye. He rests deeply, knowing that tomorrow the cycle will begin again. The same rhythm of weaving, trading, praying, and surviving that keeps this enormous city alive. The Ganges continues its eternal, unhurried flow. Its dark waters carry the reflections of the dying lamps and the first hints of approaching dawn. Somewhere in the distance, a lone temple bell rings one final time before silence settles fully over the wooden capital. Slowly, very slowly, the eastern sky begins to lighten.
A city
the
of
first faint glow of
400,000
a new
souls,
day appears
protected
on
by
the
massive
horizon.
wooden walls.
Mist once again rises from the sacred river. Roosters crow in the distance. Another dawn is coming to Pataliputra. Another day of hard work in the workshops, lively bargaining in the spice markets,